Hi, Rohit. Very good to see you.
Good to see you, Parker.
Welcome to Strata. Now, I understand that Deloitte has a new initiative here, which you're discussing in Strata.
Absolutely, yes. It's basically a new way of looking at things, how we go about delivering our services. It's called the age of width, right? And if you think about it, what the age of width really means is we are moving now into an age where humans and technology are going to be working together in ways that we did not really imagine before, right? Now, this is not about machines replacing humans.
Right.
It's actually about them working together, leveraging disruptive technologies to unlock new products, to unlock new innovation, to unlock unimagined value. And that really is the power of the age of width. If you think about it, width has always been what I like to call the great human advantage. It's been at the core of all of our great inventions, right? Okay. If you think about the wheel, you think about planes, all the way to the internet. And so now, using disruptive and modernized technology, we're going to unlock incredible value in this age of width.
So it's not sort of an antagonistic view of machines versus people. It's more about, as you said, teams.
Absolutely, it's about teams, it's about synergy.
Yeah.
Right? And it's truly about integration of technology and people across processes as well.
Now, coming into Strata, looking at industry trends and all, coming into this point in time, I can imagine what you're talking about there has a very large addressable market. I can imagine this applies to a large segment in industry.
Absolutely, yes. If you look at organizations, and we obviously work cross industry, and what we're seeing in our conversations is that there's a whole swath of organizations which are still operating primarily on what we call legacy architectures. Exactly. Yeah. So, be it data platforms such as RDBMS, structured data, be it mainframes, a whole bunch of structured processes around technology leading to certain very predictable outcomes. What we are talking about here now, the conversation changer, is using things such as cloud-centric technologies, using modernized architectures, big data, data lakes, cognitive, to kind of unlock the new value that we're seeing. And that really is, the opportunity out there. But to answer your question, absolutely, there's a massive addressable market. In fact, I thought there was a study that was done by MIT Sloan, and I think you're aware of that as well, right? 54% of the market is apparently untapped. Right. That's a great opportunity for all of us.
Outstanding. And the kind of benefits that an organization realizes once they begin to go through this kind of transformation then.
And you use the right word, transformation. This truly is a transformation, right? Whether it's a functional transformation from a finance transformation perspective, or a sales transformation, or whatever the business, very business anchored, but it is a technology transformation at the end of the day as well, okay? There are massive benefits. If you just think in terms of cloud-centric architectures, scalability comes to mind. Data is growing right now twice the speed of sound is what I like to say, right? I mean, 2x, 4x is what the scale of data is changing year over year. Right. So to be able to manage those, that volume of data and that variety of data, you need to have scalable, flexible platforms, such as cloud, such as data lakes, be them on-premise lakes as well, whether it's Hadoop or whatever it is, right? So being able to do all of that is one benefit. Second benefit, like I said, is anchored around business value. Being able to come up with new products, with innovations, with ease of use, where business now drives the innovation and the technology changes as well. Those are some of the massive benefits that we're seeing. And last but not least, the overriding benefit of all of this is truly unlocking value, right? Higher order processing, higher order skill set, efficiencies, leading to higher order value.
I can imagine the stakes are high too, because AI is catching on, and some organizations are very sophisticated in this. But now this is a way to really take mainstream, to take a large.
Absolutely, there always will be first movers, right? Right. And so to your point, we're absolutely seeing that. The way we see that is across 3 horizons of adoption, if you will, when it comes to cognitive and modernized analytics, right? Horizon 1 is where many people are kind of getting into now in terms of organizations, right? This is where there are modernized techniques, processes and technologies that are being adopted, but they're being adopted in a very modular way, right? Which is around repeatable processes and stuff like that.
Right.
The next horizon, which is kind of where the leaders are moving into, is where truly you'll have humans working with these repeatable processes, be them bots or whatever, to be able to enhance that value chain. Give you an example, in the insurance industry, right? If you think about it, when it comes to claims processing, when it comes to policy processing, there are little pieces of processes, call them sub-processes, which are repeatable. And so those can be automated, and we call that remote process automation.
Okay.
But however, you need many, many people, or at least you need a swath of the workforce to be able to then insert themselves into those processes, whether it is to scan something, to approve something. Now getting those things automated as well, up to 30, 40%, whatever the right optimum level is, that is really Horizon 2, and that's where cognitive capabilities come in. So we're seeing this across this Horizon 1, 2, and 3 process.
Excellent. Now that sounds like a lot of that too is really for people in the enterprise workforce to understand how they adapt to some of these processes as they're evolving.
Absolutely. So there is an element of upskilling, right? And there is an element of adoption, right, which begins with openness and begins with education and awareness. And so we are evangelizing all of that in the marketplace as well, through thought leadership, in addition to providing professional services and products as well.
Fantastic. I'm going to be speaking later about human in the loop, and I'm referencing one of the Deloitte studies actually in my talk about some of these and the impact on HR. I'm really, really impressed with what the organization has been doing.
Awesome, excellent.
Are there any takeaways or recommendations that you have for people here at Strata?
Absolutely. I come with a strong message from Deloitte. We are the #1 professional services firm. And the reason I say that is multifaceted. We're seeing market research companies such as Gartner consistently year over year putting us right at the top right quadrant when it comes to business analytics, data modernization, cognitive capabilities as well. That's #1. #2, we have incredible number of thought leadership from our internal organization as well, which is going out and spreading the message and evangelizing the message, right? And #3, the proof is in the pudding. We have year over year tremendous growth when it comes to revenue and profitability, and we're seeing that, that seal of approval from our customers in the marketplace. All taken together, we are the #1 professional services firm, and I'd like to leave that message at Strata here today.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Rohit.